how's it going, guys? Sorry I did not get to upload a video yesterday, and the reason why was because I went out last night to see The Conjuring with my good friend, cousin, and yeah, The Conjuring. It is directed by one of my favorite directors, James Wan. He did Saw, Insidious, Dead Silence, Death Sentence. He did a bunch of really good horror movies, and this is his next film. He's actually has another film coming out, which you've probably heard of, Insidious Chapter 2, which comes out in September. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about The Conjuring, which I've been looking forward to seeing The Conjuring for quite a while now. I've been wanting to see it for such a long time, and I finally got to see it. I very first heard about it, like, in the beginning of the year. James Wan was making a new film called The Conjuring. I was like, yeah, he's making a new movie, but, The Conjuring is supposedly based on a true story, but I don't really want to say that. I want to say it's based on real people, and the people it is based on are Ed and Lorraine Warren, the Warren family, who are paranormal investigators. They're really famous. They're like real people. That's what the movie's based on, and they do like a bunch of cases and stuff, like with demons and ghosts and other paranormal crap. Ed and Lorraine Warren are mostly known for their Amityville horror case. I don't know if you've heard of the Amityville horror. You probably have, but yeah, they're the investigators that did the Amityville case. But this movie's about one case that is said to be so disturbing. The Perron family, the Perron. I really don't know how to pronounce their last name. The Perron family. That's what I'm gonna call them. But I'm not gonna get too deep into the story. But let's just say, you know, same old, same old. They buy a house. The house is really creepy. They start hearing strange stuff, seeing strange stuff, feeling strange stuff, even smelling strange stuff. And then, then they call Ed and Lorraine Warren to tell them to come over to their house. They've been experiencing some pretty weird stuff in their new house, so they go over to investigate. And soon enough, the house has a very bizarre history, like about 100 years ago. And it has something to do with, I'm not going to tell you, because I don't want to spoil it for you, but basically, yeah, it gets all crazy. It's like Insidious. It really reminded me a lot of Insidious, except it doesn't really show much at all. And what I mean by that is, like, it doesn't really show demons or anything. It really doesn't show that. That's what I like about this. He kind of did something new. The effects in here were pretty cool. I mean, like, with people, there's people flying all over the room, slamming into walls, or like dragging them across the room with their hair, pulling their hair. The ghosts, like, you don't see it, but there are a few parts where you actually see it. I'm not saying what it is, but it's very creepy, very well made, very well done. A lot of jump scares, not the false jump scares too. There are a few here and there, like in the beginning, but really nothing, I mean, that big. Here's what I did not like about The Conjuring. Actually, I really shouldn't say that. I should actually say, here's what I did not like about the marketing of The Conjuring. The movie, I have no problem with it. It's fine. It's just that how they advertised it with the trailers and the TV spots. Almost every scene you saw in the trailer in this movie is really like where the scary parts are supposed to happen. But the thing is, you saw the trailer and TV spots a million times that you already know what's going to happen. Like, that's what the first half was like. The first half was just nothing but what you saw in the trailer. But the second half, that's a different story. The second half, it didn't really show too much in the trailers and TV spots, but still, it showed a lot, and that's what I really did not like about it. I think they could have, like, you know, maybe did something else instead of shown, like, every freaking scene in the first half of the movie, because it really was not scary to me at all. I knew what was coming, I knew what was going to happen. That's all because of what I saw, like, how the advertisements. The second half was pretty good, though. I think I liked the second half a little bit more than the first half. Yeah, it gets really creepy. Again, there are a few parts that they did not show in the trailer, thank God. But, yeah, it was pretty creepy. The Conjuring is definitely a whole lot better than what you see out nowadays. The Conjuring is a great step up to the horror genre. Better than a whole lot of other movies that came out this year so far. I'm going to go ahead and call it probably, it's going to be in my top 10 best horror movies of 2013 list. As of right now, it's going to be up there. But, here's the thing, I did not think it was the best. I actually don't think it was as, like, the best horror movie, but it's still pretty good. It's a really good watch. Now, a lot of people are going to be comparing this to Sinister or Insidious or whatnot. I'm going to go ahead and compare it to Insidious because James Wan did Insidious and The Conjuring. I like Insidious a little bit better, alright? I honestly do. I know a lot of people did not really like Insidious. I don't know. I just like Insidious a little bit more. That's just me personally. You might think differently, but yeah, that's just me. But that doesn't say The Conjuring isn't a very good movie. The Conjuring is very good, and I really liked it. I just like Insidious just a little bit more. I think this is honestly one of the first R-rated movies that is rated R for being too scary. Yeah, it's not rated R for the blood, although there was a little bit blood shown in the film, but not towards to where it needs to be rated R. But it wasn't because of the blood or the nudity or the language or the drug use. Really, none of that was really that like big in here. It was mainly rated R for being too scary. Unlike Insidious, this one deals a lot with exorcisms, which I really like because he's trying something new. But yeah, it was very well made in this one. Very well made. I wouldn't necessarily call this an exorcism movie, but it's in there. But yeah, this movie is very creepy, very, very scary, especially to watch in theaters. I highly suggest you go see this movie in theaters. Alright guys, overall, I would probably give The Conjuring 4 out of 5 stars. That is right, I'm not giving The Conjuring 4.5 out of 5. Usually a movie like this, I would give it 4.5, like movies like The Woman in Black, Sinister, Insidious, and a bunch of other movies, I would give it 4.5, but this one really didn't do it for me as much as those ones, but it's still very good, and definitely a whole lot better than most movies that come out nowadays, horror movies, but yeah guys, definitely give this one a watch. It is very good, very scary, definitely one of the best horror movies that came out this year thus far. My top 3 favorite directors are Adam Green, Guillermo del Toro, and James Wan. James Wan has not made one bad movie yet. I think he's doing very great with his career right now, and I cannot wait for Insidious Chapter 2 to come out. I really can't wait for that one, but yeah, so that is it for The Conjuring, guys. Thank you guys for watching this review. Please leave a comment down below on what movie I should review next, and I will see you guys later.